Hello everybody, my name is Davis and welcome back to our video, and today we're here for another evening time weather update. I've got a couple of things to talk about today involving some weather that's going to be happening this week, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, we have a moderate risk of flash flooding today, which I actually didn't cover in my video this afternoon today because I didn't realize we had it, but we do have a moderate 40% risk of flash flooding here, down from the Edwards Plateau back up to DFW all the way into south central Oklahoma here. So if you're in that red, you have a 40% chance to see flash flooding tonight, and in the region as a whole, we're already seeing flash flooding in several areas. So we need to be looking out here for the rest of the night, and it's not just tonight that area could see flooding, okay? I covered this in a recent video, but moving on to tomorrow here, we have another slight risk of flash flooding in a similar area here. This time it's going to be in the Austin area, but we could see continuous flash flooding there. We also have a slight risk of flash flooding here in the upper Midwest. That's once again a 15% risk of flash flooding in there in the yellow, so look out for that. Going into Friday here, we're going to have another marginal risk of flash flooding here once again in the DFW region. That's going to be seeing a lot of rainfall and a lot of flooding potential. Saturday, guess what? Another slight risk of flash flooding. Now, granted, this one is in a slightly different area here. This is going to be near the Ozarks. It's going to be on the northern side of Arkansas, southern side of Missouri there, so look out for that. Going into Sunday here, we're going to have another slight risk of flash flooding in a similar region. So we're going to have several areas that are going to see day after day flooding potential. So that's going to eventually lead up to this big flooding event kind of scattered across the central United States that we are watching for right now. Next up, I want to talk about what it's going to look like on Halloween, most likely for you. This is the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. This is for October 31st to November 4th, which does include Halloween. So, let's go ahead and break down what we could see on Halloween here. You know, you're out trick-or-treating, what are you going to see? Well, we have two areas that have a 70-80% chance to see below average temperatures, which may not sound like a big deal, but those darkest blue colors there are where those are at. This one extends over a great portion of the eastern United States here, all the way from Texas back up into the New England region, okay? So everywhere in here can expect to see a pretty frosty Halloween, and we're also going to have a decent storm move through this area that could bring some snowfall to the central plains here, which are expected to see some below average temperatures as well, so snowstorming is possible in this region, okay? We also have an area up here in the upper Midwest that has a 70-80% chance to see below average temperatures, but rainfall is not expected, so really it's just going to be a cold Halloween. So look out for that, okay? Now, if you're on the West Coast, it's actually going to be quite the opposite. It's going to be very nice out there with that late October feel, but you're going to have above average temperatures likely, so it might be a little warm on trick-or-treating night, but it should be pretty nice overall. So 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook here. This is, it's not quite as, interesting to me, at least. But we do have two areas that have a 50 to 60% chance to see below average precipitation that we are going to have to watch for here. Okay, one's going to be in the Northeast, and then one is going to be here in the Ohio Valley, and both those areas could see drought conditions likely. Okay, you did hear me mention a storm moving through the region, but that's going to be like the only storm over this 5-day span that's going to move through this area, which is why we have so many areas that are going to see below average precipitation. Now, here on the West Coast, you could see above average precipitation if you're here in the Northwest, so look out for that. But, like I said, not quite as interesting as the temperature outlook. So, that's pretty much it for today. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.